Welcome into WagerTalk TV. I am Drew Martin, joined by Robbie Vino and Tony Finn of WagerTalk.com. We're talking prime time Saturday night college football here, guys. We got North Carolina at Notre Dame, NBC 7:30 Eastern kick here, Robbie. 62.5 in South Bend, Indiana. We're seeing the Irish now laying minus 3.5 point home favorites. You liking anything here? UNC and Notre Dame Saturday night, Robbie.
You know, I'm going to do something here, Drew, that with all the videos, all the radio I've done over the course of almost 3 decades now, I don't believe I've ever done. Um, and that's talk about a line that feels like a trap. To me, that word trap, it's all a mirage. I don't really believe in it. But you look at this line. Just for a second, let me break this down. First of all, for Notre Dame, this is the fourth straight game that they'll play an opponent who's off a bye week. That's pretty bad
Wow.
schedule maker when you have to play four teams in a row that have had 2 weeks to get ready for you. But the line in this game, if I just compare this to what went on against USC last week, right? Notre Dame is a 7.5 point favorite at home against USC. Now they're a 3.5 point favorite at home against North Carolina. 4 points difference between USC and North Carolina. To me, USC is a better team than North Carolina. So is the bye week the reason why there's 4 points worth of value or dissension in the number showed towards North Carolina? I'm not sure. Like I say, USC and North Carolina play similar styles. Notre Dame, beat USC last week and covered. USC is the better defensive team by far. Why in the world did this game open so low? And why in the world does it continue to be bet down? To me, for those who believe in that type of stuff, if you believe in traps, line maker traps, then you're all over North Carolina in this game because it makes no sense that they should be only a field goal plus a half a point underdog to this Notre Dame team. Power ratings, by the way, made Notre Dame a 9 point favorite in this one. Is the Kyle Hamilton injury at free safety worth 4 points in the number? I've never seen an odds maker adjust 4 points for a safety, even though Kyle Hamilton's the projected number 2 pick in the draft next year, and it will be a huge loss to the Notre Dame secondary in this game against a team that has 17 touchdowns from outside the red zone and throws the ball around the way Sam Howell and company do. That's a problem. Jack Cohn is listed as the number 1 quarterback on the depth chart this week, so I guess we'll see Jack Cohn again. Maybe Taylor Buckner will come in. The weather in South Bend is said to be clear on Saturday. That can't be a reason for a line coming down. I think for North Carolina, there's a couple of concerns here. They don't protect their quarterback real well. We have seen Sam Howell under siege for 7 games now. He's been sacked 27 times. They've not played a defense anywhere near Notre Dame's caliber yet. And the list goes on of reasons why you should be on Notre Dame minus 3.5. But again, this is something I never do, guys, is question the line. I just feel odds makers have power ratings. They pad it whichever way they think the public is coming. This one's just, to me, from outer space, the fact that this line is down to 3.5. I won't play it because I think Notre Dame's the better team, but I may play over because the subtraction of Kyle Hamilton, the leader of that secondary, and some would say the leader of the entire defense, is a huge deal. I think North Carolina might get a few here. Last year's game, I think North Carolina had 17 first-half points and got shut out the entire second half. Don't know that happens this year. And we know North Carolina can't play any defense. If Notre Dame's ever going to get the run game going, it'll be this week. So maybe I'll look over it, guys. Just don't understand the line here. So I'll leave the side alone.
Sure, Robbie. Good stuff. I mean, good stat on that 4 straight game. Their opponent off of a bye week. I wonder if that has something to do with them and the scheduling with the ACC, kind of partially a member there. I don't know. Weird situation, Tony. Definitely not a bet on for the Irish, in my opinion. What are you thinking here in South Bend on Saturday night?
Well, I would say that it hasn't seemed to make a big difference, at least in the last 3 games, if this is the 4th straight. And I didn't know that is great stat from esteemed Mr. Robbie Vino. Listen, this Notre Dame team has been, they've downplayed them. They've discounted them because of some of the games they had earlier in the season, close games. one thing they've done, I mean, they're 6-1. One thing they've done is win. And especially recently, Rob's absolutely spot on that this North Carolina team is much like the USC team. And we discussed this on a couple shows, Rob and I did, the USC Notre Dame game. And I really like Notre Dame because I think you all know how I feel about the Pac-12. USC is not coached very well. They're under interim right now. They're inconsistent. I think a lot of these guys, they have some talent there. A lot of them are going to disappear before they even, they're going to sign paperwork to leave or either transfer or go to the NFL before they even sign a new coach at USC. And I have a feeling there's a few guys that we would agree that are headed that way, and they may not be the fit for these USC guys that are currently on there. Yeah, the Tar Heels can't defend. They can't defend, and I think what you're going to see is much what you saw last week with this Irish offense. They're going to keep Sam Howell and this UNC passing offense off. They're going to keep them on the sidelines, and they're going to do that by running the football. Joe Alt at left tackle has been great for the Irish, helping this offensive line get running back Kyren Williams going. And if they can if they can run the ball like they did against USC and dominate, and win the time of possession where they have it for 35 or 40 minutes in this game, it's not going to be close. It won't be close because I think coming into the season, I think it's easy to look back right now and say that North Carolina might have been a little bit overrated because of how well Mac Brown had done in his first couple seasons there. They really didn't have any place to go but down. And the truth is that when all's said and done here, I really like the Irish, and I like them by double digits here. Trying to figure out why this line's moved, how it has, and where the sharp money is. My money is on the Irish.
On the Irish for Tony Finn. We also heard Robbie Vino. Great analysis, guys. Enjoy the game. UNC, Notre Dame, Saturday night. Also, remember to check out WagerTalk.com. We got the free plays tab up there. Just like watching this video, how much did it cost you? Well, you can get good betting advice there. The free tab at WagerTalk.com.